welcome back to another episode of the Todd Durkin Impact Show, and you are in for a treat today. We have a very unique opportunity today. We have not one, not two, not three, but we have 4 best-selling authors on today's podcast. You better believe it. Yes, you've heard about it. Quarantine just came out, and I've got 4 of the 9 authors that are here today. It came out Tuesday, and it was #1 on the Amazon best-selling list. My 4 author friends today, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And this is a special episode, and here's what's going to happen today. So check this out. During the quarantine, my good friends Kelly Watson, Greg Justice, they scoured the nation. They scoured the nation for teenagers who would be interested in writing a book about the quarantine experience. And 9 courageous teenagers said, I'd love to share the experience. And now, after months and months of toil and hard work and Zoom meetings, these authors from 13 on up to 17 years old, I believe is the oldest, have written a book, and it came out on Tuesday, August 25th. So just a couple days ago, it came out, and yeah, it hit #1 on the bestseller. So today, I've got Mia Conca, Chase Lorman, Eva Farenkrog, and Brady Durkin, my son Brady, all 4 of the 9 authors. So authors, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm pumped up because I never had 4 #1 best-selling Amazon authors on the Impact Show at one time. I'm starting with Mia Conca. Real quick intro, Mia. Where are you calling in from today? How old you are, and what grade you're going into in high school as well?
I'm 14. I'm going into 9th grade, and I'm from West Springfield, Massachusetts.
West Springfield, Massachusetts in the house. Well, welcome. Chase Lorman, let's go down to the bayou. Chase, where are you calling in from today?
I'm calling in from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm 16 and I'm going to my junior year of high school.
What school?
Brother Martin High School.
Okay, so down the bayou, you're getting hammered down there with not 1 but 2 storms. So thank you for joining the show today. Eva, going to you. Age and where you're calling in from today, Eva.
Hi, I'm 14. I am a freshman in high school, and I'm calling from Libertyville, Illinois.
Libertyville, Illinois. And then I've got my son Brady. Brady, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Brady. I'm 15. I'm going into my sophomore year at Scripps Ranch High School.
Okay, out here in San Diego, California. So I want to start here with Mia. Mia, so Scripter Publishing, Kelly and Greg reached out to you back in, what was it, April or May, and asked if you would like to be part of a collaborative book called Quaranteen with a T-E-N, T-E-E-N, double E, teen on that. Why did you participate in this project? What fired you up about it?
I chose to participate because I've always loved writing and journaling, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity to expand my writing knowledge and learn more. And it was just something to do during this time, and it was something that it would be fun for me and is something new.
Okay. So I know when all of our guests listen to this show today, they're going to be fired up. What was your chapter about? If you could give me kind of an overview, what was it about? My
chapter was focusing more on the sports and friendship and what I would miss most during this time and how it affected me. Okay. So what did you learn from the process of writing a book? You say that you love to write. Not every kid loves to write, but you do. What did you learn from writing a book? Some things that I learned was how to say more with less words and how to make your sentences shorter and not have big run-ons or keep repeating yourself. Okay. So Kelly and Greg really worked on your grammar and your English, huh? Yeah. So even as a prolific writer as you were, you even got better from this process. And congratulations, because one of the things that you have done during this time is you've honed your writing skills. And now they can say that Mia Conca is a #1 Amazon bestseller for the rest of your life. That's huge. All right, good. Chase, I'm going down to you down in New Orleans. How about you? Why'd you participate in the project?
I wanted to write a book. I had always liked writing, and the idea that I could write something that would be published and people would actually see, for the most part, that wasn't anonymous, was really exciting. What'd you write on? What was your topic that you wrote on? My chapter, I wrote a little fictional story that talks about a character who walks on the walls, and the idea is that they take their frustrating circumstances and turn it into something that they can have hope for and look forward to.
Mm-hmm. Chase, when did you get started on this? Was it April?
I believe so. It's kind of hard to
I know the quarantine
decipher.
is one big cloud. But did you ever think that you could write a book in about 3 months' time and have it published and be a #1 bestseller?
Never.
No.
Not once.
So I would say
once.
maybe another lesson that you all learned too would be the power of a team too, right? You had 9 authors. You had 9 authors all together. Brooke Coleman, Helen Tracy, Lauren Kern, and Jeremy and Chris Salvaraja, as well as you 4, all part of the process. So what did you learn? What else did you learn from writing a book, Chase?
For me, it was mostly enjoying the process outside of writing.
Ooh.
I hadn't written anything that had been published before. So all I'd ever done was write and have fun with my ideas, but I never really done anything seriously with it. And it was a really good experience to test the water and see if this is something that I want to do more.
Okay.
And more seriously.
Huh. Chase, besides writing, what other interests do you have? Are there activities, sports? What other activities are you involved with?
I do choir. I sing quite a lot.
Ooh.
I write my own music. I do a lot of art. I'm very creative. I don't know.
I love it. Okay, good. So you're taking your creative juices and you put now into a book, which again, I think is a wonderful way that you've utilized this time during quarantine, TINE, to create Quaranteen, TEEN on that. Fantastic. That's using your gifts. Mia, how about you? I didn't ask you. What other activities do you enjoy?
I enjoy playing sports, working out, hanging with friends and family, my dogs. Yeah.
What sports do you play?
Soccer and lacrosse.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Let's go on over to Heather. Or not go to Heather. It's Heather's daughter because there's Heather's gym on that. So Heather Eva, I want to go to you, Eva, and talk about the process of writing a book. Why did you participate in the project, Eva?
So what I was most interested in during the project was creating almost like a time capsule, which contained not just my story, but everyone else's stories. It's like a firsthand, it's like an insight into the real quarantine experience, because having a book that contains everyone's story, everyone's experience, allows people in the future or people reading the book, later on, to really see. You can truly read, truly, listen and just hear what it was really like for a teenager, quarantine.
Yep.
To experience that.
Huh.
I think it's really important.
Who came up with the name Quaranteen?
I think it was Brooke.
Yeah.
Really? Brooke Holman came up with the name.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I tell you, 9 geniuses get into a room and write a book. A lot can get done in a 3-month period of time. And I was like, when Brady told me that, I'm like, that is absolutely the best name of a book ever. What did you learn from writing the book, Eva?
I learned a couple things. One of the main things was I struggle with putting emotions into words.
Okay.
So writing my story really helped me develop a skill for putting all those emotions, all those thoughts, in your head, and really writing it out. Kelly was really great with helping us edit and work through all those ideas. And another thing was being coached, which I thought was really important. I, as written in my little bio, would like to have a career in journalism as a reporter, which is very important because when you are publishing pieces of writing, you need an editor or a coach, someone to really work with you through perfecting that and coming out with the best work you can. So working with Kelly and Greg and really learning the editing process was amazing. It was really awesome.
Are you available for hire right now?
I am not.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is an incredible skill, folks. If you just listen to what Eva said, she loves journalism and she's going to get into journalism because she is one heck of a writer, along with Mia, Chase, and Brady, and the other 5 authors. And it's great to hear that you've used your gift, Eva, to come into this work. And I think that's a great lesson as well. So fantastic, and congratulations to you. Let's hop over to Brady on this. Brady, why did you get involved in Quarantine?
Well, I've always known that I was going to write a book. My first was, I pretty much knew, going to be before college. And I'm glad that I got to do this one, because this is something that doesn't really happen very often. A quarantine, a global pandemic doesn't really happen.
True.
So me getting to share my experience and share what I have to say about it, it's good for a lot of things. And it's going to start off my career in writing, and just, it's what I wanted to do and what I want to do in the future. So I'm really glad that I got to.
Right. What lessons did you learn, Brady?
I learned a lot of lessons. I learned like going into depth and just really explaining what I have to say and listening to what my emotions have to say, so that I can tap into my emotions. And then just kind of grinding for this, putting in a lot of work for the book.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I've got a couple lessons, Brady. I think that those are great. All of you have shared a few lessons on this. Is when I hear you all talk, and folks, as you listen in, many of you, whether you're a kid or you're a mom or dad, or you're in your 60s, you're a grandma, grandpa, and you've always wanted to write a book. There's a few lessons I want to share that I've learned from all 9 authors, including Greg and Kelly, who've published the book at Scripter Publishing. Number one, anyone can write a book. If you got a will, there's a way. If you got a will, there's a way. And I think number one is, I believe everyone has at least one book in them. Now, here you're talking a bunch of 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids who've turned this into a project over the last 3 months in some of the most difficult and challenging times that this world has ever seen. Number one. Number two, sacrifice. And Brady just talked about sacrifice. Here's what I would see, being the father of one of the 9 authors, is on the weekends. Typically it was on Sunday. Brady would, he would all of a sudden escape for 2 to 3 hours into his bedroom, because there were Zoom calls going on with Kelly and Greg with the other 8 authors, and they'd be lost, and they were working on their chapters. They were working on the creative space to do that. The sacrifice it takes to get anything done, whether it be a book, late at night, weekends, early mornings, whatever it takes on this. Number 3, I would say this, the power of a team. And Heather, Eva, you just talked about it. Eva talked about having Kelly as a coach. And I know all 9 authors sharing this sentiment, and Eva, you talked about this, is that Coach Kelly is one of the best coaches in the entire world. And she's one of the best writers as well. She is unbelievable. And you guys got a gift for 3 months when you were writing Quarantine, to have an incredible writing coach as well. So congratulations to you, but it also shows you the power of having a coach in any area of your life, whether it be in fitness, whether it be in writing, whether it be in business and spirituality. We all need coaches, and right now, teachers as well. And lastly, my lesson I'd share, and I have one final question for y'all, is this, and I think this is hats off to all of you, is how you take a very challenging and difficult time in our country's history, in our world's history, and how you take a tough, bad, challenging time and do something great with it. Because that's what you all have done. You took a time of April, May, June, July, now August, and you've turned it into a book called Quarantine that will live with you for the rest of your life. All of your college applications, my friends, I hope you put that you are a #1 best-selling author on Amazon, and you go, and on every college application, that can never be taken away from you. So whether you're 13 years old, 14 years old, or you're 18, 19, 20 years old, and you're applying to college, everything counts. And you guys took a very, very challenging time during a quarantine of a middle of a pandemic and did something fantastic with it. So that's a lesson that you'll live with for the rest of your life. So again, I say congratulations to you all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Final question. You guys are getting ready to go back to school. Some of you have already started school. Now, as you go back to school, are you excited to go back to school? Are you virtual, or are you live in school? Because you're all from all over the different parts of the country. And share with me if you could, and Mia, you can go first. What's your big goal in life? If you got one goal to share, Mia, you go first. Tell me about school, what's happening, and life, your big life goal. Mia, you're up.
Okay, so we have not gone back to school yet. It's going to start like September 18th-ish.
Okay.
but we're going back virtual for like the first couple months, and then they're going to check in and see if we're going to go like hybrid or back to school.
Yeah.
And our town's voting now on if we're going to be able to play sports, even if we go back remote. So we'll see if we're able to play. So I really hope we can.
What do you miss? What do you miss most, before you tell me about life? What do you miss most about school?
I miss my friends and like being with them all day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like you wake up, you go to school. It's like I like school. I think it's fun. I don't find it like too difficult. So.
Yep. So you miss your friends, and you probably miss your sports too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hang in there. It's coming soon enough. What about your big life goal? Do you have one yet?
Yeah, kind of. It's more like broad, just like be successful in life, like do good in school, so that will lead to more opportunities and like better. You can go to like better colleges and just have like it's better for life too.
Good for you. Well, enjoy the process, right? Like it's like the process of writing a book. You guys did a fantastic job in the process of that. So, Mia, congratulations to you. Chase, you're up next. Talk to me about. Are you excited to go back to school, Chase?
If only. I hate to say it like that.
Truth
but
has been spoken. Talk to me, Chase Lermont.
yeah, so the way that my school is handling it at the moment is we have a hybrid week. So
Yep.
every other day we go to school, and then the other day we're online. But when we're at school, the only part that I was really looking forward to was, being able to talk to my friends a lot more and hang out. But we're really, we have to be really far spaced apart, and with the mask on, it's hard to hear each other. So communication can be difficult, and it just kind of feels like a slog. And also some of my classes this year I just don't like. But
how are you getting through it? Like, what are you doing to get through the days right now?
Well, that's the question. School started last week, and at the moment I'm really just hanging in there and thinking about that, if I do my part and I keep my mask on, and if I stay socially distanced, things will get better over time and return somewhat to normal. So
yeah. Well, hang in there. I'm real proud of you, Chase. You've done a great job with this, and I know you're leading on this. And I know you have a lot of gifts, and as a creative, keep sharing them with the world. So congratulations.
Thank you.
How about your goal in life? Do you have one yet?
I used to. I used to, and I replaced it with just being proud of, being able to look back and being proud of and not regretting the things that I've done.
Huh.
I used to be very focused on being successful and wanting to really make it out there, but it's stressful and it's hard work, and it's not really good for me to be focused on that all the time. So I'd rather just kind of be happy about where I am and who I am.
And do you do that by trying to stay in the now, trying to stay present with where you're at and not worrying too much about the future?
Yeah, trying to contextualize what's really important. School is now, and school is important. Education is important. So I do care about my education, but I don't want to invest in it too hard emotionally.
Good for you. I think when it's like anything, and me, you're just talking about that, is if you, it's like practice, whether you're practicing music, you're practicing sports, when you fall in love with the process, the here and the now today of what you can do to be better, then it all takes care of itself and it all works out in the long run. Chase, I'm curious, did this change during the pandemic, or was this an epiphany prior to or during the pandemic?
This is something that I've been thinking about my whole life, really. Something that I've been building up to. The pandemic definitely helped me realize it more. Yeah. It really put me in a situation where I could apply what I was thinking about. That, the things that were important, my friends, right. My school, that had really been taken away from me for the most part. And I could sit there and I could think, that I'm happy being who I am and where I am. Yeah. And I'll know that I'll reach out to my friends again and things will be okay.
It's awesome. Awesome. Folks, we're talking to 4 of the 9 #1 best-selling authors of the new book, Quarantine. It just came out Tuesday, August 25th. And I'm so fired up to be talking to them because they have taken this challenging last few months and created a #1 best-selling book. And they're sharing some of their wisdom and profound insights in this. And I have a gut feeling that many of them will be writing more books in the future on many different topics. So it's really cool to be talking to them. Eva, I'm going to go over to you, Eva. How about yourself? As far as, are you excited to go back to school?
So here in Libertyville, we are virtual. And To be honest, I'm not disappointed or crazy excited. I've just, accepted the fact that this is what we have right now, and this is what we're gonna have to deal with for a while until things get better or things get worse.
Yep.
But, we get through it one day at a time, and classes aren't terribly hard, and I have my sports, luckily, I'm on the tennis team.
Okay,
this
great.
year. So, I have that to help as well. So,
Well, I know you just got off the tennis court and you were hustling home to get on this interview. So, I mean, this is like NBC interview here on the Impact Show podcast. So, Eva, I appreciate you flying off the tennis courts to get to the podcast episode on that. Hey, do you have a goal as you're going through school here? Do you have a larger life goal, or are you still looking to define that?
Yeah, it's not so much a goal. It kind of is. It goes both with the book and with my career, my hopes for my career my main goal in life is to share the world's stories, whether it's my own or it's other people's, as someone who wants a reason why I would like to be a reporter is because you find all different types of people, you meet all different types of people, and I want to get their stories and I want to share it. And I think that was another reason why, I joined this project, because I wanted to share my story. I think that's really important to have those, I think everyone should have their story told, whether it's good or bad. And I think that's, important. It's important to me. So
I love it. I don't know if your mom and dad have told you, but I actually have a slogan that I live by. It's called "Live a life worth telling a story about. What's your story?" Live a life worth telling a story about. What's your story? Because I agree with you, Eva. I believe everyone has a special story. And whether you're listening in right now and you have one heck of a childhood and all thing is bright and honky-dory, or you have a very challenging and have had a difficult childhood as you listen in, I believe that all of us have a special story, and we all can make choices, good and bad, for the rest of our life, whether you're a kid, whether you're an adult, whether you're an athlete, you're a musician, you're an actor, actress, it doesn't matter. It's the choices that we make that allow us to either go one way or the other. And that's the live a life we're telling a story about. So I'm so darn proud of you, Eva. And I'm telling you, when mom and dad, when they allow you to get a job, you better be calling me, because I got a lot of stories that you can help report on. So you got a job. When you're ready to go, you let me know.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Right. Now, Brady, let's go over to you. I know your dad is not helping you with homeschooling, but talk to me about, are you pumped up for your virtual school? Tell me about school coming up.
Well, there's gonna be pros and cons, like all things. Like I'm definitely excited to go back, because like online, because I haven't been in school or done schoolwork in 5 months, and actually, surprisingly, when you don't do anything for 5 months, you kind of miss stuff. So I'm definitely glad to go back and get a schedule together, do things online for school. But then since we are online, it's too bad, because sports, there's a good chance, aren't until very late this year, or maybe not even happening at all. So it's all just kind of, we're not really sure. And obviously I want school to be back, but there's this middle ground that I'm kind of sitting at, where like I'm not sure what I want and what's best. So
how are you dealing with that now? What are you doing with your time?
Well, I eat, sleep, work out, and repeat. That's about it. I work out, eat, and that's.
I think you need to chill out on the eating part. You're costing your mom and dad a lot of food now. Eat, sleep, train, and repeat is what has been saying.
Don't knock it until you try it. Don't knock it until you try it. Don't knock it until you try it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Brady, any big goals or any transitions here over the pandemic? Big picture wise, you talk about, school starting virtually now, football's been pushed back to December start. Any other big goals that you've contemplated, either changing or it's deepened your desires?
Well, yeah, I've always been a goal-oriented person, and one of my goals that I've had since pretty much 6 years old, going to a good college, Princeton University, as you know. And then when I graduate from college, whichever college I end up going to, I want to open a business, a video production business, have that, and then write more books than this one, and just keep on cranking out books as I grow old.
Well, Brady, I'm really proud of you. You know that. I'm really proud of you, along with these other 8 folks who have written this book. And I've always told folks, you know this, if you know me, if you listen to any of these podcasts before, I always say shoot for the stars. One thing I'm always talking to Brady about, just like I was talking to Chase and Mia and Eva about, is you got to fall in love with the process. No one college defines you. You don't have to go to Princeton to be successful. You don't have to go to any other college to be successful. What it is it's about the learning process. Sometimes us kids, right, we stress out about having to get A's, and you got to have a 4.5 to get to the school. Listen, it's about learning. It's about the process. And what you just learned about writing Quarantine is about the process of writing and editing and going back 3, 4, 5 times and creating the craft and the art that you're really proud to go to the world with. Because for the rest of your lives, guys, you've got a product that you can share with the world. And whether someone's listening right now from Italy or Brazil, South America, over anywhere in Europe, North America, as you get your hands on Quarantine, you realize that 9 souls have put a lot of time, effort, and energy into this book. So I encourage you to all get the book and share the book. Share it with your loved ones, because I think during this very difficult time, there's been some amazing things that have happened. And I believe the book Quarantine is one of those great things that have happened. So guys, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done. Congratulations on already. It's just 2 days in and we've already got #1 bestseller. And any final words? I'll start, Brady, I'll start in reverse order. Brady, you go first. Any final words?
Well, for you guys, my fellow authors, it was just great working with you guys, and I'm so glad that we were able to make this book. And for me personally, it's just been an amazing experience, something that I've always dreamt about having, and it's cool to have it come true. That's for sure.
Okay. And Brady, when they take a picture of the cover of Quarantine, should they put your Instagram, or I don't even know, you got Snapchat, TikTok? What do you got? What's your handle?
I have Instagram at Brady Durkin, all lowercase.
Okay,
That's my primary.
All right. Eva, let's go to you. Any final parting wisdom by Eva?
My final words, I know they're not here, but just a big thank you to Kelly and Greg for this amazing opportunity. I learned so much, and I had a great time, and I was happy to meet, so many new people. 5 months ago, I didn't know any of you, but, you were all so sweet and supportive, and overall, it was a great team project, team effort, and I'm so happy to have something, solid to be proud of, published work, it's great.
Well, congratulations. Any social media, Eva, or no?
Yeah, my Instagram is at Eva_Fahrenkrog. Thank you.
All right, check out the show notes too on how to spell that. But you're gonna want to definitely hit Eva up, and she's one of the superstars also. Chase, how about yourself?
I'm just echoing them at this point, but I really loved all the people that I got to work with over these past couple months. Y'all are all so sweet and so different and so amazing, and I wish all the best. Also, Miss Kelly and Mr. Greg, they were great. Miss Kelly was so awesome with us. She really cared about listening to us. She cared about our feedback. She was patient with us through this process, knowing that, not all of us have written a book before.
Sure.
Actually, I don't even know if any of us have written a book before. So I really appreciate them. Yeah,
that's awesome. And any social media, Chase?
I don't have any social media, but if anyone wants to email me for whatever reason, I don't actually care why you want to email me. If you just want to talk, that's cool too. You can email me. My email is lormanchase@gmail.com. So
perfect. Well, Chase, thank you very much, and fabulous job, and congratulations to you. And Mia Conca, how about yourself? Round us out, finish out strong here, Mia, as we get ready to go read Quarantine.
This was just such an amazing experience, meeting so many new people, being able to work together, brainstorm ideas, hear what other people had to say. It was just such a great experience, and I came to every meeting excited to hear what everyone had to say. It was just so much fun, and Kelly and Greg were amazing, and they always helped you. They never said that anything was bad. They always tried to encourage you to do your best, and it was so fun. Such a great experience.
Well, Mia, congratulations. And if someone wanted to reach out to you for some editing and writing tips, where would they find Mia at?
You can follow my Instagram. It's at mconca3, all lowercase.
And that's CONCA, right?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Well, I really appreciate you all being here today and sharing your wisdom. Never have I had 4 #1 bestsellers on the Impact Show. So, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. To have these authors on here talking about quarantine, do them a favor. Help spread the gospel. They have taken 3 precious months during the quarantine to write about their experiences and what they've learned from this. If you have kids, certainly get that and share that, because they've invested their time, energy into writing a book. And hopefully each and every one of us, as we all have a life worth telling a story about, can someday write a book as well. So thank you all very much for being here. A huge shout out to Scripter Publishing and Kelly Watson and Greg Justice. An amazing job in making this project happen. I tell you what, they spit out a lot of authors. I mean, I don't even know, it's in now the hundreds, but never have they had a collaborative book like this with 19 authors come out and be a, not 1, not 2, but a 3-category #1 bestseller on Amazon. So it's already gone off like gangbusters. And I just want to say thank you guys. Ladies and gents, you guys have an incredible day. Wow, oh wow. Was that a special episode or what? You know, to have Mia and Chase and Eva and Brady on today's show was just really cool, because when you think about when April and May hit and Greg and Kelly had the idea to write a book of kids who are going through the pandemic, one thing that I've been uber focused in on is how these kids are dealing with this challenging time. I can't wait for school to resume toward normal. I can't wait for sports to get back. I'm hoping that with all of the different mandates and things in place, that as we continue to be smart and the numbers get lower and lower, that our kids can get back to doing what they need to be doing. That's going to school live, that's participating in sports and activities like music and acting and band and all these different activities that they can be around their friends and socialize. So I hope you enjoy quarantine. All you got to do is go to amazon.com, and search Quarantine, but it's TEEN, Quarantine, and pick up a copy today. Support these young 9 authors who just became a, quote, #1 best-selling author on Amazon. And I just hope that as they go back to school, as all of our kids go back to school, that they always remind themselves how strong they are on the inside, and that they can continue to do great things. Have an incredible day. Remember to train hard, eat right, live inspired, and go create some impact.